Greetings everyone, welcome to Redline Collectibles. Today's short box opening is going to be a combination of Redlines and Blackwalls. And let's see what lurks in the box here. First one out here. There is Bob ready to go. Yeah, another adventure of Redlines. Wow, and Blackwalls. Clean stuff, you know. This is what we're looking for is, cars that are desirable for your collection. If you're a collector of fine quality Blackwalls, we've been doing a lot of both Redlines and quality Blackwalls here in the last several weeks in our auction. So if you're interested in upgrading, perhaps you've got a variety of reds and you want to add some clean Blackwalls to it as well. This plastic-based buzz-off isn't too shabby at all. It's a nice variation in the gold. I'm also going to have, someone asked about this the other day, and I'm opening up the plastic off of camera, so I'll bug you with all the bubble stuff. But we got a good humor. Someone asked about a good humor the other day, and I wanted to bring this to your attention. I saw the pictures of these castings, and I was very interested. And what we do with our auctions is we've been doing Redlines and then buy it now Blackwalls, and that will be the case with many of these as well. The another gold plastic base. I think this is the one that was what does that say underneath there? Can you read that? That's where that plate was. I think that's the open fire base, but nice Roger Dodger in the gold. Oh yeah. Oh, I had a jet thread in my last box opening, and this is a nice Blackwall jet thread in blue. Has a canopy included in it. Now this is a 1978 number 8235. I'm not sure what that means. This could have been part of I like how the tampo is very crispy. It could have been a situation where, and this has happened before, where the former collector would catalog his parts, his die cast, and then you end up with little numbers like that that are very meaningful to them. But when I get them ready for auction, I take, I clean them up. Like, here's a good example. This backwoods bomb, it's got to be cleaned up a little bit, because you can tell by the dust, and I was aware of this too, that has been in storage for a long time. And when I say storage, it doesn't necessarily mean that it was confined in a box somewhere. These types of things are, they're in a display case, or in carny cases, or quite frankly in an open area where you got to be super careful. What do we have here? Oh, I'm going to save that. That's cool. I'm going to save that one towards the end. I'm just kind of looking at them ahead of time here, kind of get a flavor of what's going on. But I want you to be a part of it too. So here is a classic Nomad in magenta. Of course, they had the cap wheels. Sometimes the engine bay will be oversprayed. That's a decent looking magenta, isn't it? I'll get those cars off of there. I'll put them up here, and then like we always do, we'll do a pan out afterwards and look at all the cars together. Have you seen my other video from today? I had a top shelf Redlines that came in, and I encourage you to take a look at those at the videos on those, because if there's something there that you'd like to see moving forward, I'm happy to bring those to auction quicker than not, and that would be having you on board to enjoy the festivities together. Here's a military van. Of course, it's got a little bit of doinks on there, you know, so it'll be a special car, buy it now, more than likely, on that military van. I want you to enjoy the excitement when I see it too. Oh, this is a Flying Colors Blackwall. Twin mill. Kind of crispy. Got a mom mark on there. Looks like some writing. Interesting, I haven't had a silver or chrome one in a while, so that'll be, these will all be for auction, by the way. I do a YouTube auctions, I also do Facebook. I'm trying to decide, as I got several boxes to go yet, to decide where we're gonna run these cars. Hot Heap, US, in Lime. Early run, you can tell that the pipes are not radius, are not radiating out, meaning they're like they're not dipping down and out, they're straight out pipes. So the early runs had the straight out exhaust pipes, and then it was determined that that was a weak part of the design because those could be broken off easily. So Mattel redesigned the Hot Heap to have radius pipes, but the glass is nice. The grill may be touched up. I'll be looking at that close under black light. If you ever suspect any type of touch up on any of the Redlines, get a black light, and that way in a dark room, put the black light on the car, and you'll be able to pick out, if there are any suspect, type of deviations or, modifications to the car. And I'm happy to call those out. And I will call those out. It's our reputation, and we want to make sure that everybody's happy. That's a nice emergency truck. Actually pretty clean. I see these things way too often, worn down. I mean, you can't even read the oxygen for it. You can't read you can't see the stars. So that's a nice clean one for you. That'll be a sweetheart for someone, for sure. Put these Blackwalls up here. Who doesn't love Redlines? And clean Blackwalls. We all do. We're all raising our hands going, yeah, me. All right, I got several more in here, but let's go through them. Let's get these open. Here's another. I had a fleet side. Looks like this one's been, maybe touched up a little bit too on the front. Hong Kong, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, someone took a marker to that. Anyway, that'll be discussed. And they painted the tops of the pipes. Oh, as kids, how would you know? How would you ever know not to do that? 50 years later, you're like, no, don't touch up that car. Don't do it. So, is a Camaro. Does have a stress in the back. He told me that. But that's a nice Hong Kong. Pins, very tight. That's good. It's an original 16. Made in HK. Breezing right through these. What are you? Well, there's one board on this thing. Oh yeah, it's original board. How can you tell? The skeg is very thin and it's very flexible. It's very pliable, very pliable. You can also sometimes see some evidence of wear versus a reproduction. So this Diora in Hong Kong gold, ooh, it's an early run, will have, and deep dish wheels too. Let's see, are they deep dishers? Yeah, looks like deep dish all around. And you'd find that with the Hong Kong, early Hong Kongs on that. The only thing with Hong Kong Dioras, and you can see a little bit right here, right there, is the Hong Kong Dioras were known for the plastic to be a little bit more vulnerable. If a kid, shoved the board in too hard, you would have some breakage with that. I see the steering wheel is still there. That's a good sign. In gold. Mighty Maverick in blue. Hood's good. Of course, they eliminated the wing with cost savings. Caps in the back. And straight through axles in the front. That's a good looking blue, isn't it? There's a couple little wear marks on it, but enamels in general are very hard to find clean. They're very prone to wear. So nothing you can really do about that except don't play with them. Oh, you know what? I had a buddy call me this morning. We were talking, and he asked me if I ever run across a hightail hauler with a Redline in orange. And by golly, here it is. I was like, oh, let me check. But check it out. Your hightail haulers, make sure that your the handlebars are still there. And it's in good shape. This one is. It's a beaut. Ooh, that's clean. That's going to be one of the prizes of this this collection so far. I like it. I like it a lot. I like that a lot. How about you? Are you a hightail hauler person? Nice Redline there. What's next? Oh, a little original 16 action. Here's a purple python. Again, I'll clean it up a little bit for you. And again, some of these will be on a special night when we look at the engines offset a little bit there. Quality control is at its best in the HK factory. Original 16. Couple more. Well, what do we have here? Oh, a whipper. A whipped creamer in like a lime. Ooh, this is a pretty one. Yeah, looks like yellow. US, got the black interior. A little bit of fuzz. Oh, you know what? That was a price tag on there at one time. I'll get that off. Whipped creamer in yellow. Get the rest of these out of here. And then we'll open them up together. We have 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, only 11 more. This will go fast. Hang in there with me. Don't go away. Got some sweethearts here for you yet. To be opened together. Blackwalls, Redlines, doesn't matter. If they're clean and desirable, I'm all over it. It's another Hong Kong Diora. Now this one in lime, deep dish on the wheels. Looks like a double punch there, or a spun. They spun the rivets in there, so that's a misspun. No big deal. There's the steering wheel. Still intact. It's there. It's still attached. Wow, it's still attached where it's supposed to be. Yeah. It's like a stressor in the front. But let's look at these boards. So the Hong Kong boards would not have any markings on them. They did not put the casting number into the plastic on Hong Kong boards, but these are both original. I can tell. Again, let's go through that real quick. The scags, or some people will call them fins, but the scags are very, very, very thin, right? And then the board, very flexible. Yeah, like a noodle, like a wet noodle. Again, be very careful when you're pushing the boards into the back of a Diora, especially Hong Kong, because of the propensity to have them break or to crack the glass in the back there. That's a good looking Diora. That's a sweetheart right there. Sure. And here is a McLaren in purple. McLaren US purple. Oh, looks like an iced tea. Pretty clean, a little bit of wear. Both the steering stick and the shifter are still there. They're intact. The ice is both in the back there. Not a crumbler. I've had the iced teas before where it's broke right here, and this front part was gone. So the iced teas, sometimes you'll get a crumbler on those, meaning the metal is fatigued and it doesn't stay intact. So that's that one. We'll do a pan out afterwards. I'll show you all the cars that came in this collection. That's a sweet whipped creamer, isn't it? Diora, iced tea, hightail hauler. Okay. Oh, here's a, look at this. This is interesting. A Seasider with a boat that has been modified, and they put, well, first of all, it's a very dark green, a dark light green. Does that make sense? Dark light green. It's like the axle. I've seen this before in this casting, where the front axle, for whatever reason, is very, very tight to the top. It's still a runner. You're good. It does have some bounce, so they're not sprung. It is a dual pipes, but it is a little bit higher to the top of the casting. This is actually not too bad. It is toned, of course, you can see that. Front grille looking spanky. And then the boat, I'm going to say, you can see through there. I think that's an original. Oh, there's one thing that a consignor or a customer pointed out to me one day about the back of a Seasider. Did you notice how the Seasider, this back third dips a little bit? It dips down. Are you seeing that? Just a tad. I think Mattel did that so that it would hang on to the boat better. I'm just guessing. I don't know for sure. But I thought that was an interesting little observation. I've never noticed that before on the Seasider. What next? Oh, here's an El Dorado. White interior. And this one's got a pin. Yeah, it's the pin's not seated. I can see the pin in there, but it's not seated correctly. But it's still looking pretty spanky. In US Aqua. Custom El Dorado. Original 16. I'll say the finale at the end here. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but I think it's a sky show that is wrapped up separately, so we'll do that together. Here's another hot heap. This one is a late run. You can see the radius pipe there. See how the pipes are like rolling down and then come out? That was a modification after they had originally released the hot heap, so it protected the pipes. They're a little bit stronger and not be brittle and be broken off. Grill looks 100% as far as the authenticity. Just a couple of specks there missing on the paint. Let's see here. What's next? Oh, Light My Firebird in blue. Light My Firebird in blue. Of course, these are made in Hong Kong. Ooh, pretty, I would say tailpipe 62.57%. Nice roundo. Rocker panel stripe is still there on both sides. Grill's good. Yeah, that's a nice looking Light My Firebird in blue. Again, I clean up everything. I use primarily for cleaning the cars a Q-tip and purified water. Yeah, I try to get them and want to get them cleaned up for you so that when you open the box, you can take that car and put it right on your top shelf and you don't have to spend time cleaning it or anything. Yeah, here's the other Seasider. You can see it, the back dips down a little bit. That boat is snug in there. I think that one's original too. This one's in yellow. See, this one's the wheels are a little bit lower than the other one. Seasider in yellow. We have 3 more, and then I'll do I'll put the Sky Show up last. C111 in red enamel. If yours says C111 on the back here, you got a special car. This is, I love these gull wings. Cool, huh? It's still pretty crispy. You can still see all the stars. Let's do one more loose up here of the ones that are, and then I'll do the final. I'll make some room. And we'll put the final red line up there. We're at 21 minutes here. All good. Thanks for hanging in there. Watching the vid. Purple coupe. Did you see the purple coupe that we opened up on the video I did earlier today? Here's an example of some touch-ups. You can kind of see them a little bit. Again, if you get a black light, you can see here, right there, a little bit right there too. Again, I'm not getting down on anybody. I'm just saying that if you have a car, a Redline, what you don't want to do is get some purple some purple paint out or something and start fiddling around and, you know, filling in the blanks. You don't want to do that. You want to leave your car as original as possible. Nice looking here. Like I said, just a couple touch-up spots here, right there. The person who sent me this collection is not his. He got it from somebody else. So, you know, there are some people in this hobby, well, that, you know, we just kind of know and make sure that we double check them. But I would say the vast majority, are straight shooters. They know what the protocol. Oops, they know what the protocols are and aren't as far as respecting the hobby. And you know, I mean, I'm not trying to make a mountain out of a molehill here, but you understand, right? Trying to keep the integrity of the hobby in place, and that's why you want to come to Redline Collectibles. You will be treated with the respect and honor that is so well deserved and really needed in this world nowadays. So let me leave that Dior up there for just a momento, and I will bring to your attention the last car in this collection that is wrapped up in a couple different painter's tape thing. Look at this. Yeah, talk about being careful. I love it. Thank you, Mr. Collector. Thank you for taking care of the wrapping on this Sky Show to make sure that it arrived in a solid piece. Look at that. All bubbled up. Beautiful done. Oof. Yeah, and magenta too on top of that. Let's put that there. I'll put the Dior back up there when we do the final. All right. Sky Show. Looking at the ramp. Looks like a reproduction. Let's look together. So the way that you look at a ramp to be sure about if it's original or not is the frame around that rectangle should be like a picture frame, and it looks like it is. See that little frame around the rectangle? That's authentic, that's original. Wow. And then the small bulb right there. Original Sky Show sticker, you can tell that. Right there, right there. Yep, these are all original. Yeah, and it hasn't been doctored up either, thank goodness. All be original in magenta. There's the base. Sky Show. Okay, let's do a tail of the tape here. I'll put that Diora back up here, the Hong Kong lime with original boards. And we'll do a pan out here and we'll do a review of all the cars that came in with this box opening. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. All the beauties. Those will be up for auction, an upcoming auction. Yeah, so be sure to be checking out our Facebook and YouTube channels as you are, and then you'll be kept up to date on when the cars will be arriving on the scene for you to, possibly scoop up and get into your collection. All right, until we meet again, thanks everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.